I'm back. I got a couple of pickups. I have stuff to say about the 360 that I bought and fixed. And I got some news today. I got some stuff to waffle about the Commodore, and so I don't know really where to start. So I'll start with the 360. I bought a 360, that was clear from the last video, and the lady that I bought it from said a couple of things, that it didn't have a hard disk in it, so it was just 4 gigs, and everybody was nice enough to to tell me that I didn't really need any more disk space, but I still wanted to, so I was looking at videos, getting a disc, and she'd also said that the power supply was making a weird noise. So that's the first thing I tested, and it did make a weird noise, and it sounded a lot like there was dust inside. So again, I looked up on YouTube how to open the thing up, and it was pretty easy actually. But it was full of dust. I think, well, my hand, it wasn't a full hand, but the palm of my hand was full of really thick, like dust that I could, didn't fall apart. It was really tight knit, and it was full of the stuff. So I had to open it all up and get down to the fan, and I had to clean it all up. And it was, I used isopropyl alcohol, and it was fine. Still makes noise, but that's just because there's a fan inside, and but it works now. I'm not scared that it'll overheat very quickly. Now I do think that I have to open up the 360 as well, but I fixed it. Then Dave Clark said, here's a video of how to check where the hard disk goes, because I thought it was one of those click on top things. But the slim model is different. There's a little hidden latch that you open, and the door opens, and there's a little space that you can put a disc in. And lo and behold, there was a 2.5-inch Serial 88 disc inside the 360. A Brucey bonus. Of course, it wasn't working because I'd already checked if there was extra disk space in there, and it wasn't. So I took it out, I connected it to my PC, and it wasn't formatted. And also it was a Hitachi drive, and I read on the internet that the 360 only takes Western Digital drives, and you had to put a special image on it, but that's all bullshit basically, because I formatted the drive with an extended FAT file system. I inserted it. Now, I don't have the caddy that goes with it, but I've ordered that from China. But it just sits in there. And it worked. It just worked. And the 360 said, do you want me to format it? And it did. And it's 50 gigs of, 51 I believe, of hard disk space. So I'm good, right? There's a Brucey bonus, if there ever was one. So a free hard disk, cool. So that I'll skip over to I'll do the pickups last. I did a little project earlier this week with a friend of mine. Those of you who follow me on Facebook will have seen that I put up a digitized picture of my remarkable face, and I did that using the Commodore. And actually, oh shoot. Oh well. Whatever. Stuff fell. I did it using my Commodore 64 Digitizer, which is a German product. It was actually made in Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken, for a German company. Printtechnik. Munich. Nikolaistrasse 2, Munich in Germany. Even has a phone number. But this little puppy goes into the user port and it has a composite video in. And it has a couple of pots to adjust brightness and contrast. And what I did is it also comes with some software. And what you do is I connected the camera that I'm recording with now to the composite video in. Now this doesn't take color information, it just reads the picture information basically. So you get a black and white picture. But it's sent to the Commodore, and you get it on the screen, and you can fidget with the colors a little bit, and then you can write it to a file, which I did. And you can choose the file type. So eventually I chose Koala Paint. Remember Koala Paint? Then I had to find a way to copy it from my Commodore to the PC, which I did. Blah de blah. I used the 1541 Ultimate, of course, to get it to USB, from USB onto the PC, and I had to read the Commodore file, which I could with some free software, and then I read the Koala Paint file, which worked eventually with some other free software, and then I said save as bitmap, and there it is. I'll put a picture up here, there, somewhere. Shall I put it up here? So I digitized a picture of myself. It was fun. There's no further use for that kind of thing, but it was fun to do. So anyone has a request for a digitized picture of something, just let me know. You can send it me, I can photograph it, and digitize that. How about that? Okay, so I've done that. On the other Commodore 64 note, I am working on some assembly code. I said that last time. There are a handful of people, well, not even a handful, like a midget's handful of people who are interested in that. So I'm going to do a video about some of the basics of assembly programming on the Commodore 64. Just as far as I am now, you know, it's not going to be a tutorial, or it's not going to be just a little talk about, you know, you get to see what it looks like and what the environment looks like. So I'm going to do that. That's fun. Gary, Big G from SA, from South Africa. He sent me a package because I won his 150 subs competition. My hand is covering my address. If you want my address, you'll have to ask me. So, and Gary's address is on the back. So that's Gary's address, see? If you want his, you'll have to, whatever. I won his 150 subs competition, and I already know what I won, but I decided to open the package on camera, live. I'm using a pair of scissors. A pair of scissors. I've always found that strange about the English language, that this is a scissor. A sizer, maybe. There may be logic there after all. On another note, no, I'll skip the note for later. And talking about notes, hey, I thought I knew what is in here, but there's all kinds of bonusi in here. So, and there's a note. I love notes. Notes go in my cock mug. Hi, Walter, which is me. Glad to see you are still enjoying the retro side of life. That will never end, Gary. Keep making videos as I enjoy watching them. My kids say that I collect the stuff because I'm a fossil. Well, my kid doesn't say that, but it may seem boring to them, but it's a lot of fun for me. Same here, Gary. I can't get enough of it, and there's so much on the retro side to do. I snuck an extra game and watched soccer in for Mark. Ooh, spoilers! I'm sure you will be able to pass it on to him. There's no problem there. Also, something else for you. Seeing as you are such a something else fanboy. Well, we'll see. Hope you enjoy. Well, cheers from South Africa, Gary. Gary, thank you very much. Again, congrats on the 150 subs. If you don't know who Gary is the one and only gamer that I know of who has a YouTube channel and lives in South Africa. Now, I don't think we really appreciate the lack of video game related items available in South Africa, but Gary goes to a lot of trouble. He goes to auctions, he goes to yard sales and that kind of thing. He has a really large collection, very interesting. He does technical videos, he does gameplays. He's a very interesting channel with a very funny South African accent, so you have to go check him out. Big G from SA, that's his channel name. His name is Gary and he's from South Africa. So Gary, that's a shout out to you. I've been following you for a while. I love your channel. I can remember you throwing that C16 into the water to clean it. Remember that? Yeah, and this is the one I won. It's so funny to hold this all the way from South Africa. It's a Game & Watch. Now, of course, this is one of those seal jobs that'll... it's actually... I see how it's hard to open this, but I will right now on camera. Here we go. So if you're cringing right now, and then I'm sorry, but these games need to be played, and they are not meant for eternal life on a shelf somewhere. Okay, there's a little manual. And I doubt if this will be worth anything in 100 years. But if it is, then I'm a fool and I've done it wrong. There's even a it's Mario's Cement Factory. There's a little pull tab for the battery, which I've just pulled out, and it's turning on. I suppose I can put it back in, so I'm saving that. Okay, it's working. I don't know what the hell I'm doing though. Oh my god. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to do. Okay, well, anyway. I can hang it on my belt. It's Mario's Cement Factory. Comes with a little battery. I think I can just reinsert this. Yeah, and it just turns off like that. So it can save the battery. Now I've cut off the top of the thing, so I'm probably going to keep it. There's a little manual there. Thanks, Gary. Thank you very much. I really appreciate this. I love this kind of stuff. Of course I have a couple of handhelds. I used to play them a lot. Not this size though. This is unique. I'm not sure if this is actually Nintendo license. It doesn't look like it. It's from I don't know. It's made in China, so probably not. But I love it. Thanks. I really like it. But there's more. There's something for Mark in there, so I'm going to... oh, what the hell? Look at this. This is fucking unique. It's Gunboat for the Commodore 64, but it's on a disc. What the fuck? I've never seen this. Look at this. Load Gunboat. Oh man, it's even for the Commodore 128, but oh wow. Oh, the smell. Oh wow, this is cool. Oh shit, I really like this. This is just it's sort of like a CD, like a jewel case, but it's thinner. 3850 rands. That's pretty cheap. Is it? Isn't it? Gunboat. Oh, I love it. And there's even a... Your hand is on the throttle of a top-secret gunboat, the first of a new generation of ultra-fast hunter-killers. Your mission to penetrate the vast network of island waterways held by enemy forces, wreaking as much havoc as possible amongst their shipping and shore installations. Well, that sounds like the game for me. I think it's sort of a a shooter. It looks very nice. Well, you won't be able to see it, but the screenshot doesn't look bad. Thanks, Gary. This is really nice. I love this. And I have a lot of Commodore 64 stuff, but I got some games from Giles, of course. So this is gonna go in my official Commodore 64 collection. Now, there is something else in here which is not meant for me, but Gary, I'll get it to Mark, no problem. He is he's keeping my sweater hostage, and I have to get it back from him. So this will come in handy. Now, for the pickups, I bought some stuff, of course. Stu, if you're watching this, 2D UK, I watch his videos, and he has this TV. I think it's on his right shoulder, and he had a game on there, which was a shooter, and it looked really interesting, but I couldn't see the title. It's just, it was in track mode or whatever you call it. So I asked him what it was. But I sort of did a little searching myself, and I found out it was X2 for the PS1, a really nice shooter. So I looked on eBay and I looked locally, and I really couldn't find it. So I asked Stu, if you ever run into it, and he said, keep an eye open. But I did also, and I came across it on Amazon, and it was fairly cheap. It was like £2 or something. So I got this. It's in a dual box, but it's a single CD game. But it's a very nice shooter. I may put up some footage, or maybe here, or maybe here. I don't know this stuff. When I sit here, I can point all I want, but I won't know until I edit. It has a sticker on the back. Toys R Us double pack. Now, I would hate to one disc. It says one disc. It's a double pack, but it's a one disc game. Oh, that's funny because the double pack doesn't have a one of those edges for the disc to cling onto. But it looks very nice. The manual looks very nice. It's a very good. I played it yesterday. Really like it. So Stu, thanks. Of course, if you found it in the meantime, I'll buy it off you. Like I said, no problem. But if you haven't seen it yet, then I've got it. So thanks. Then for the 360, of course, I got Fable 2, which was $5. And in my book, that's pretty cheap. It's used. I think it's complete. But these games, I don't know if these already came without manuals. It has some sort of leaflet for customer service. And it has. I guess this is the Xbox Live code. I may get connected in the gold membership. I don't know what that means. This is a 48-hour Xbox Live gold trial. No, so that basically means nothing. It's just a 48-hour trial. I tried to... and the box is broken, I see now. I tried to get online, but it didn't work straight away because I was stupid enough to forget my Windows Live ID login, and I had to reactivate that, and then for some stupid reason I said okay, give me two-step verification, which you should never do because the Xbox doesn't understand it and it'll just tell you can't log in. So I had to turn that off, and I spent the evening receiving emails from Microsoft, but I think it's fixed now. So I have the Xbox sitting right here. It's connected to the internet. And I fixed my PC, which was having issues, and I installed a little switch. Installed a little switch so I can plug hardware into it and have internet. So that's handy for my consoles. The fucking jump cut again. Whatever. I'm sorry. it was already 20 minutes and I wasn't watching. And by the time I thought I detected it, I thought I was right on the money. I thought I was there just in time to, you know, to notice that my camera had stopped recording, but I wasn't. So anyway, then I did record a little ending that I'm gonna just stick onto this. So forget everything I said, and just remember that I'm doing well, and I hope you are doing well as well. See you guys.